Shit, I was starting to get a little jiggy with it and shit. I like the intro and shit.
Yeah, I like it too.
What's going on, listeners? This is 695 John. Welcome to episode 5 of the Generational Views podcast. I'm 695 John. I'm here with my brother, Young Phil. Make some noise.
What's up, people? How y'all doing tonight?
JP, what's going on, Daddy? Make some noise for me, brother.
Good evening, family. How are you?
We doing good. So what's new, fellas? Let's get right into it. What's new with you guys? What's going on with you, Dad?
Well, what's going on with me is people losing their mind. There's a thing I don't understand. If the presidential, recommendation was a 14-day extension, stay in place, and not, respect social distance and wear masks. Forget about hand washing for a second. Why is people out there talking about they got to get back to work? Okay, I understand that your bills is tight and whatever, everything is hard, but if you go back to work and people haven't been properly tested, you don't know who you're working with, especially if you do the type of thing that, I work in the kitchen, so we're constantly trying to stay out of each other's way, but it's not easy. Construction, all that kind of stuff, any kind of service industry, it's not easy. So why would you risk your life and put the life of somebody else in danger because this thing was mishandled from the beginning? That's all I'm saying.
Well, honestly, most people not really thinking about it like that. Right now, we are 3 employed people right here. Right, so the people that probably want to get back to work are unemployed people. Right now, you probably got a check coming in, or it's Friday, so maybe you got paid today. I got paid today, and you got maybe get paid today or next week, whenever. But there's people out here that's been 5 weeks no check,
right?
And the stimulus check is all over the place. You may or may not get the stimulus. You're trying to get unemployment. The unemployment ain't coming through, and all. So people like, fuck that, fuck this coronavirus shit. I need to get back to work before it ain't nothing to get back to and shit. And I think that's what a lot of people
Once
think.
again, like I said, mismanaged. When you have a big corporation like Roof Crips trying to finally say, okay, you know what? We don't need to get this business forgiveness loan, whatever. We give it back. Duh. I mean, Roof Chris, not to say it's not, but...
Well, do you understand why they gave it to them? They gave money to the businesses versus...
But if they hadn't been embarrassed, called out, would they have did it?
I'm not sure, but I mean, that's always been the way. Because, without big business, the thing is, say if you just gave all the money to the workers and shit and all the businesses closed down, yeah, we're going to give you some money right now and maybe you better spend it. But if the businesses crash, you literally got no job to go back to. So they was hoping to keep the jobs open so people can have a job to go back to and make money and hustle and get their money back up. But so imagine all right, let's say right now, all right, Philly, let me give you $10,000 right now. So, and that's just for you, good luck. If it ain't nowhere after the $10,000 is finished to go work and remake more money, what good was that $10,000? Because most likely you done pissed it away. Or what if they give you $10,000 and everywhere closed and now you don't got nowhere to spend $10,000?
Yep, that's how it's getting.
Yeah, so that's why people like, let's get back to work. But what's kind of crazy to me? You see images like people in Michigan. Doing armed protests, a bunch of white guys, and they dress like a little militia, and they got fucking bulletproof vests, fucking maybe like 4 or 5 clips or magazines for an AR-15, and they got an AR-15 in their hand and shit, and everything's cool, but it's kind of crazy because I wonder, in this podcast I always go to racial, but racial is a big thing. What if it was a bunch of black guys doing that? You think they'll let that shit stand? What's up with that when you can...
Fuck no.
Why don't you ask the Black Panthers?
They did a couple armed protests, but the thing also...
But open carry state, though. Open carry state.
You're right.
That's the Black Panthers. I'm sure they can answer that.
They did
no problem.
But even with the Black Panthers and shit, they walking, they might got a shotgun, maybe some type of rifle, Mosin Nagant or something like that. Them white boys, they had AR-15s, AK-47s and shit, and they dressed full tactical.
So you do understand there's a difference in how this goes. It's an open carry state. I'm not going to say, no, you can't do that. But really, do you need to bring that to a protest to say open the country up? Is that necessary?
You have the right.
Or are you trying to promote that? Okay, this is how far I'm willing to take this shit. You know, I'm not even going to stop. You know, I'm not going to listen to none of the guidelines. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to express how I feel because I'm American, which is true. Fine. Why you not to bring guns, automatic weapons, even if it's not loaded? Why? What is the purpose of that? What message are you trying to send?
No, I like what they're doing, but I just kind of feel kind of strange because I just feel like if I was to try to pull that shit,
you could go ahead and try, son.
It'd be a rap for you, but no,
like you said,
but that's your constitutional right. That's the Second Amendment for you. Right?
I'm not fighting that. I'm not fighting that. But what I'm saying to you,
they did back in the day too. That's what they did back in the day. When they had militias and shit, you have the right to form a militia and do that.
Like they never went away.
You know what I mean? So you got that right. What was you trying to say?
I'm trying to say, if you're trying to make a statement, do you need to be armed and a malicious style approach to making a statement that I want to go back to work? Everybody understands that, but that's not the guidelines. That is not the guidelines that are being followed. If you have guidelines and you say this is national guidelines, the people break it, then what? What do you expect? You expect not to have civil unrest? You not listen to the guideline.
I think it's like a give and take thing. It's like, and I think a lot of people feel like taking these measures and stuff is not necessary. Like, you know what I mean? So they feel like.
Well, let me ask you a question. The people that make Lysol, they had to put out a public statement to warn people not to inject disinfectant into yourself when the president said, okay, well, let's give it a try.
But no, that's not what he said. And
okay, you know what? Maybe when you watch it, when he come out of his mouth, you can say,
no,
you didn't say
that. I have it right here because I wanted to speak about it. So let's go ahead.
Good.
So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number in the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. So we'll see. But the whole concept of the light, the way it kills it in 1 minute, that's pretty powerful.
So during that statement, I see you getting real animated, Dad. What did you get from that? Just what you just heard just now.
2 words: injection inside, disinfectant. Case closed.
For what I got with that was, what I got from that was basically him asking questions about, can we start looking into these different things as far as the UV light, which may be a very good idea. And I'm going to come back to that because I've been thought about that before this even came out. And what about some type of injection of maybe some type of disinfectant? Now, when you're saying disinfectant, people run to think Lysol and all that. But of course you can't inject Lysol in you. But what if they have some type of other cell cleaning thing that's medical?
I understand that, but okay, listen like this, okay?
But nowhere in that, excuse me, Dad, nowhere in that did he say you should do this. He said, what if we look into it? What if we start testing in these things and seeing what's what?
Let me bring.
What did you get out of that, Philly?
Kind of got the same thing. He was going back and forth with a doctor saying like ideas that was brought to him and theories that they could try. He didn't
to test.
He didn't confirm people to.
Now, if you hear somebody say we should test these things and you run out and do it, that's on you. Now, right. Dad, what are you saying?
He said they was looking into them options.
Okay, look like this. The government has vast resources to tap into a whole lot of things going on around the world, local, whatever. In Iran, it's been reported that 500 people have died trying to do some kind of injection with some bleach or whatever.
We're not their president.
I understand that, but what I'm trying to tell you is already, so if you already know that 500 people died in a different country, Why would you even suggest that? That's like, it's like a magician's trick. You could watch my hands and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well,
they already know this. It's not going to work. That's what I'm trying to say.
But why do you know? Why would you think it would be like Lysol? You inject yourself with Lysol. What if there was?
They're also drinking it too. It's not just ingesting.
Who fault is that? If you decide to drink something or whatever, because somebody say we should test it, or maybe we should look into these things, that they're going to go through studies and studies and studies. If you jump out there and go drink bleach or Lysol, you put fucking Lysol in a syringe and inject it. Who fault is that?
Now, Paul, how was our rumors get started?
What you are a victim of is
people.
What you are a victim of, and I've been guilty of this with other situations. When you don't like somebody, you start thinking they're capable of anything, and you start going searching and just super speculating on things that just are not there. Just like how all those white guys don't like Obama, and they tried, and you watch the videos of them just trying to say Obama's disrespectful for so many different things. Obama did this, Obama did that, Obama did that. And you like, how could they be sitting there and critiquing this man like that? I think you are the exact victim of, you don't like Donald Trump, and I'm not saying I like him neither, but I do try to give him a fair perspective, but you don't like him, and you try to just accuse this man of anything. He never said inject yourself with anything.
He did say that. He just said that. You just missed it. You're not listening. Okay, whatever.
Everybody get their own perspective of it.
Yes, Daddy.
Okay, whatever. No problem.
I just never heard
I'm turned, but I ain't turned all the way.
You just don't.
I still can see.
You don't like him and shit. So
I didn't say I didn't like him. I'm just saying it's just not a good message to send. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But you know what? I was thinking about, even before he said it, and when he said it, I kind of got mad. I was like, fuck, I was already thinking about that. So, it's in hospital rooms, and even, like, let's say now, I got a fish tank, right? In filters and stuff like that, they run a UV light, and the UV light, when it touches certain things, it kills all the bacteria.
How much vertebrae does fish have compared to a human body?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about,
No, well, what I'm saying,
oh, look at the pretty fish. I can think that. Yeah, but it's not a human body. Understand what I'm saying?
So the light is inside the filter. It cleans the bacteria inside the filter. You know what I mean? So when you run the water, the dirty water through the canister filter, it hit the light and it come out cleaner through the other side. So in hospital rooms, once the people leave, they put these lights in there, and the UV lights, and they kill all the bacteria in the hospital.
That's different though.
You know what I mean? But I don't think the light is necessary. They're going to test and see if it's harmful to people or not. But imagine, right, you got a lung infection, right? And they can take, like, just like they put you had this before, a trach inside you. Imagine they could put, like, some type of trach down into your lungs.
That's different, though.
And run it's not different.
It's not. It's different because it's thinking outside the box, okay?
And that's what he's doing, but you just killed him.
No, he's saying injects. I'm not even going to say it no more. Some chemicals into your system, and you'll be fine, Bobby.
He never said that.
He did say that. Okay, you know what? Love you, man. I love you, man.
And do we gotta waste another minute to go back?
I'm not. Let's move on.
He never said that.
Let's move on.
So we talked about the UV light, which I thought that maybe could work too because it kills bacteria.
I got a better idea. I'm not a scientist and I'm not a doctor, but you got X-ray machines, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, what if you adjusted the radiation levels to actually target the lungs where this virus is really located? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And just
run radiation through you and shit? What's
the difference if you have cancer that do that? It's better than drinking freaking bleach.
The thing about that is,
I'm saying it's targeted. I'm not talking about getting no fucking turning into fucking She-Hulk or nothing.
But you have no theory about. You don't know.
I'm just saying.
You don't know how that work. You don't know how that works.
Is it still not a form? Is it still not a form of light though? That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know what it's a form. I think it's a form of waves and shit. The most dangerous thing about chemotherapy is that it don't not only kill a cancer, it kill healthy cells too. It just kill everything, and you gotta hold
target it.
How are you going to target it? What you going to do?
Listen, I'm not a scientist, but I'm just saying, if you want to start talking about some light therapy, let's look at the spectrum of light. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, I mean to hit the mic, but spectrum of light.
But why'd you get so mad when he said the UV light, when that's something proven that kills bacteria?
I'm saying they have to calibrate to a different level is what I'm trying to tell you.
What if you don't got to calibrate?
God damn it, you want me to go back to fucking school, MIT or something to figure this shit out? That's for your job, man.
It's just like Donald Trump
said. Get the hell out of here. So I'm
Donald
just
Trump
hey,
said-
if the president could tell whether you believe it or not, you could take bleach and inject it or drink it, whatever. I'm just saying, I got a right to throw it out there too. You know what I'm saying? Think outside the freaking box. That's all I'm saying. Especially going to promote light therapy. Okay, whatever.
It may be possible. What
It
if
may be. I'm not knocking it, but let's explore it then. I'm for Daddy Chill right about now.
I can't.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even?
Thank you.
This nigga got on a roll and shit. Gonna kill me over some shit. Over some
I ain't trying to kill you. I'm just trying to express my
over some
opinion.
Donald Trump shit, man. Like,
You know what? Here's the bad part. I'm sorry, Philly. I'm sorry, but it's not about Donald Trump. It's about all the fucking people that's behind that bullshit. Like I said, all the people that was against Obama, good, bad, or indifferent, they never let him do what he needed to do. They always try to fucking put him in check. And they said, our first goal is not to have a two-term president, especially African-American, whatever you want to call him. Okay? So this is like they Great White Hope. But they put their hope on the wrong player. That's all I'm saying. They put so much hopes and dreams in a con artist. I hate to tell you, I'm from New York. A con artist.
who you more mad at, Donald Trump or the people that like Donald Trump and shit?
I'm mad at the poor white Americans, which I don't have no hate for, that's following this stuff because of a deep-seated something that make you just want to go against the grain. I'm not going to say racism because everybody's not racist, but they just not seeing a fucking full picture. You know, you being played. You being played just like us. It's all divide and conquer crap. I was hoping I could live to see a better day where people will say, yeah, you know what, I like this person because of this, that, whatever, not because of this, that, whatever. And they had plenty of opportunity to see what kind of man this was, that they was putting in the top of the freaking United States of America, for crying out loud.
That's funny because how can I approach it and give it to you right and shit like that?
I'm gonna let Philly talk, man. I'm gonna sit back here and sip my wine for a minute.
No, it's funny because people don't want the traditional no more, and you know what? And Donald Trump is unbecoming of a president as far as like socially, the way he behaved and everything like that is unbecoming. But the people, they were ready for a change, and the reason why Donald Trump got voted in first and foremost because most of the population have some type of mental illness, and also a lot of the people, especially white people, they feel repressed. They can't say what they want to say. Like, you know what I mean? Even us right now, I can't get on here and start. I wouldn't want to, but get in and start saying anti-Semitics or racial shit like that. You can't do that. So people are repressing their speech, and they like Donald Trump because they feel as though Donald Trump says what he wants. You know, and they wish they can say what they want and shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I understand that.
So what I'm trying to figure out, I don't know if your beef is necessarily with Donald Trump or with the people that you maybe that support Donald Trump, and you probably at
what I have a problem with actually, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna keep hogging this thing, is that people's being played. It's plain and simple. They being played one against the other, man. This is the oldest thing.
In what aspect though? Played to do what? What are they doing that's playing them?
Let's start with the basic thing. I don't like you because you know, your skin darker than mine. I don't like you because you got a good job and you work extra hard to get it.
And what they got to do with Donald Trump?
It's creating two different societies that was probably had made some sort of arrangement. I won't say peace because there's never been peace because there's never been peace with the freaking Indians, for crying out loud. But a level where people was like, you know, I don't like you, but you know, I could work with you. But when it's time, we ain't going for no beers. No problem. I wasn't looking for that anyway. But at least we had gentle understanding. I don't even say gentle, but basic understanding. And now, all understanding is out the door, brother. And it's a shame because we all Americans. That's the thing. We all Americans. We all have a right to say what we want to say and whatever. But like I said, if it was a band of black guys saying, oh, we need to reopen the economy, and they had AK-47s and whatever, AR-15s, whatever. It might have been a totally different situation.
So you know what? When you talking right now, I'm trying to understand you, but I feel like I'm at a loss for what you're saying because I think you're coming into this conversation mid thought, and I would need you to start from the basics and say why and tell me why do you feel this way about these things? Because you got to realize when Obama was president, the same way you feel, that's how maybe Republicans felt. That's how maybe racist people felt. And they didn't like Obama, and they did everything to get Obama out of there. They thought Obama was the worst person. And now that it's Trump and the tables turned, and maybe like the white people or the underprivileged or white people, they feel like they're doing something, or racist people, they feel like they're doing something because Donald Trump is president. I feel like maybe now you feel how they felt maybe like, 4 years ago.
I really feel like this. It's not about Donald Trump. But the thing about it is they had other good candidates from the Republican side, much better than Donald Trump, that should have had at least a good chance at running. Because Donald Trump is such a fucking fool. And like I say, I'm from fucking New York, so I know all about goddamn Donald Trump. That they just kept fucking giving, the press kept, Donald Trump said something funny today. It's funny. He ain't no real candidate. This is a joke. I heard the real reason that he even decided to run for fucking president was because he was mad because his show wasn't getting the rating. They was paying some other show much more. And he was like, what the fuck? That print is bullshit. So he said, I'll fix your fucking ass. I'm going to run for fucking president. Well, so even if I don't win, my ratings will be up. Get the fuck out of here.
It's documented, like, 20 years ago, they asked Donald Trump about running for president before maybe he started doing things that people didn't like. He was on Oprah like 20 years ago, I don't know, talking about, she asked him, would you run for president? He's like, I don't know, but if I did, I really would run and shit like that. The thing is, I don't have the biased opinion of Donald Trump,
well,
but I think
that's
a lot of people do have a biased opinion, but a lot of people also think Donald Trump is racist. And I don't necessarily think Donald Trump is racist. I think racist people just use... I
don't think Donald Trump is racist in the sense that he even give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump's the type of person that don't give a fuck. Yeah. And when the people fucking realize this shit, they'll fucking wake up. It's not about you. It's not about being black. You got any fucking money?
But the thing is, I don't think he give a fuck in a good way.
He don't.
The fact that he don't give a the fuck kind of made me start looking into him and really starting to feel like I kind of almost understand him, because it's like when you got somebody that don't give a fuck, they gonna get shit done. Like when you got somebody that's
he got it done.
When you got somebody that's too scared, too pussyfoot to do certain shit, that's when it's like it take longer to do. But him, certain shit, especially when it's a gray area let's say deportation, immigration and stuff like that, that's a real topic. A lot of people too scared to really tackle that. You know what I mean? He did it and people didn't like his way of doing it, but he's starting to get it done and shit. You know what I mean? That's like saying, Philly, clean this room, and you like, whatever. I'm like, matter of fact, I'm gonna clean this room, and you like, okay, I'm gonna give you some time. I'll give you 2 weeks and it still ain't clean, and then you come in here and just gut it out. And I may not have liked the way you did it, but it got done. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it is and shit. So a lot of people just not feeling it, and I think it's just also people just got bias against it, and that's why they having so much problem, because it's bias. And I don't know if you necessarily going against Donald Trump. We already know what he is. He's fucking ignorant socially. Yeah, I mean, he can't be a fucking dummy because he got money. He runs several businesses, so he's not a fucking idiot. But he may not be the smartest president.
Let me ask you a question. If you had to go to court, you remember the movie My Cousin Vinny?
No.
Okay. Anyway, he showed up in court for a case, and he wasn't dressed properly, and the judge said, "Listen, I know this, you representing these two young men, but I don't like the way you dressed. Mm-hmm. Okay? You need to go back and find something else." So he found like a party tuxedo. I think it was pink or some shit. You know what I mean? Wow. And he went in there and the judge was like, whatever. Come on, let's start this case. You know what I mean? My point is this. You're talking about the person that represents the United States of America, which is a multitude of different cultures and ethnicities. you should at least represent your damn self like you know what the F you doing, okay? I think one time that Obama wore a tan suit and they just lost their freaking mind. And they had to go back and said, okay, no, there's a picture of Reagan with a tan suit. There's a picture of George Bush with a tan suit. What the fuck? A tan suit? You gonna lose your fucking mind? And look what the situation we in. No. Look at the situation we in. When we had fucking SARS, all of the fucking NR1, whatever, fucking Ebola and shit, that shit was handled. We had 2 Ebola deaths in this country. 2. Compared to fucking 50 goddamn thousand? No. Hell no. That's all I got to say. I'm gonna let Philly talk. You talk, Philly.
Y'all talking politics, man.
Yeah, that's not his forte and shit. We gotta ask Philly how many grams in an ounce and shit. I mean,
yeah, let's lighten this bad boy up.
What's the new strand of fucking yeah. You know what I mean? So we talk about that. So look, you done with this Donald Trump shit, Dad, or what? You know,
been done, bro.
No, you ain't done that shit.
Let me tell you about this guy I met. So he said, look, he asked me for a cigarette, so he started telling me his life story. I'm like, okay. He said, met this girl that got put out. And he took her in. He said he smashed her a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Damn right.
And then, the girl started going after the apartment with a knife. And she wound up cutting him on his finger or something, so he put her back ass out.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
So, I see him the other day. He said, yeah, the girl back in. I said, how'd she get back in? Climbed through the window.
Oh, hell no.
But he's still smashing, though.
And that's what's solidifying her staying there, too. You got to be careful with that shit because after a while...
No, I don't, but
if I'm not mistaken, if you let somebody stay in your house either 24 hours to 48 hours, they got fucking, like, damn near squatter
Well, it must be getting time for her ass to get put out. That's for damn sure.
I don't know, yo. I don't know, but if you let somebody stay in your house for a certain amount of time, definitely don't let that bitch get mailed. No,
so let me ask you a question. Do smashing days get subtracted from that or what?
Smashing solidifies what you're doing because once you start having sex with somebody, I ain't
say having sex, that's smashing. Goddamn it.
So what's that? Putting it in the booty hole. What is that?
I don't know. Wait a minute. Why the fuck?
Because I say having sex and you talking about I ain't say having sex smashing. So what is that? What's that? Hand job? Cunnilingus?
I wouldn't know.
Anal rimming?
When I see him, I ask him. Okay.
Titty sex? What is that? Like,
I don't know.
So having sex with somebody, that further solidifies the deal and shit because you know what? When you start having sex
told you he put her out though.
And guess what? If he
climb back to the window, so
you
tell me what the hell they doing.
And if he put her out, right, and you having sex with her, right, she could say you.
No, I'm not having sex with nobody.
And he having sex with her. She could say she called the police, say you did something to her, right?
I say she called the police.
Once you have sex with somebody, it go from an assault to a domestic
you
violence.
better get this message out, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. If you keep smashing, you have to change the lock or something, man. But you gotta fix that damn window, bro.
He needs some milk.
Right. One way or the other.
So that's a real thing. So let me ask y'all a question. Let me get into the question point. Let's go ahead and get to a segment where I'm gonna ask y'all questions.
You ever had a dream that you
What the fuck? So have any of y'all, right, Dad, Philly, whatever, have any of y'all had sex with a girl, right? And you know damn well you shouldn't have been laying with this girl. You knew y'all was just socially off. You might knew she was crazy. You knew that y'all wasn't evenly yoked, whatever, but you did it anyway. Have any of y'all ever just had sex with any girls or women, whatever, men, goddamn it.
No, ain't no fucking men.
Look, it's 2020. Come on, man. Look, we need some content and shit.
I don't know where the fuck you throw that shit.
Have any of y'all ever had sex with somebody and this would be before you was married and everything back in your
Thank you for clearing that up.
Your early 20s or whatever, that you knew you just was not supposed to be laying with, but you did it anyway.
Yes.
So tell me a story about that, and tell me if you got a story about if it did come back to bite you in the ass by just being with somebody you knew you had no business laying with.
John Paul, I'm gonna explain to you one more time. I grew up in New York. during the time that you can hang out and just, be yourself, young person, enjoying club life and all that. So you had some hookups. So, what more do you want me to say?
Did anything ever come back to bite you in the ass? You like, man, I knew I shouldn't have messed with that girl, and it just come back.
Yeah, I really don't want to talk about that. Yeah, but sometimes when you out there, you get bitten in your ass, and sometimes it's a wake up call. It's like, sometimes I think I was doing revenge sex, and that's the worst kind of sex, because I was pissed off, and I said, I'm gonna run through as many young ladies as I possibly can.
Yeah, it's
to get back at the person that hurt me. And that was wrong. I got a stop sign.
It's funny, like, if you ever listen to the Joe Budden podcast, he got the podcast, and he do the podcast with like 3 other guys, right? But he seemed like he the only person that's willing to like divulge his personal information.
Yeah, well,
so
I guess for him.
I guess I'm gonna have to lay on that cross and shit and think like. It's crazy, but I drive the bus and shit like that. You know what I mean? So in my early days, man, I did some I used to do I did so much shit. It's like damn near shameful to me and shit. You meet women on the bus and shit. You just going back with them, and it's like I was raised fairly right. I got not fairly, but definitely right. I got a good mother and father. Double parent household and raised in the county and shit. But there's some women I done messed with back in the day where they like just city like hood, like just going through some things and shit. And I done did it, and it made me feel like almost damn it like. Certain situations, I'm like, damn, am I a predator and shit? Not like when it comes to like underage and shit, but like, you ever met a girl where she going through some things, you talking to her, I'm riding that late bus, right?
John Paul, you just fucking nasty, that's all.
Right? I'm riding that late bus. And
you got that gene from me.
Well, no. Riding that late
Yes.
If y'all see my face every time I try to talk and shit, right? They go, yes, you got that from me. So.
You're welcome.
No, I'm just like, you cut me off and shit, make me forget.
I'm sorry.
You know what's crazy?
I'm going to stifle myself.
You know what's crazy? For a person that don't smoke weed and all that shit, I got a terrible memory when it come to like talking and shit. Like, I'll lose my train of thought when it come to talking instantly and shit. Like, so say like a fucking bird come by, and I just, what was I saying? I done forgot that fast and shit. Like, I just smoked weed for 20 years and shit. Like, I got a terrible train of thought. But no, it was like, I forgot what I was saying that fast. See, that's what I was saying. Oh,
talk about when you start losing your mind at a young age.
Yeah, I start losing my mind, right? And like it'd be like, say like you riding that late bus and it's like 12 o'clock at night, right? And it's a girl on the bus. It's a girl on the bus. I'm not gonna say the bus, but say like you know a girl.
Oh, she right outside the bus?
No. I should say another situation. Say I know her, right?
Okay.
And I'm off and shit, right? I just know the girl. She maybe had a boyfriend and shit.
Yeah.
She get kicked. Oh, she live with her mother and shit. Like you talking to her? She like, yeah, I got kicked out. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I ain't really got no money and shit. Whole time I'm like this.
Honest to God, I was at a club one night. I don't know what the sister had, but she was like insisted that I take her home. Damn, you messing up the whole thing. Take her home for what? I ain't trying to get with you, sir. Seriously, no, not there's anything wrong with you, but why you want me to take you home?
Right.
Fuck that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been in bad situations where people invite you and say, look, I like you. I want you to come back to the house. I'm like, ain't that your old man over there and shit?
Right. Sound like a
And I'm like, yeah, okay. I said, well, I'll tell you what. Give me your number. I'll call you. Let me know when your man's not there. Maybe we could talk or some bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking get to the house. You ain't fixed the doors, brat man. You messing up the studio. So I called. I said, everything good? She said, yeah, come on over. She opened the door. Black negligee. I mean, I was like, okay, we about to get busy and shit. And oh man, come out the back. And he said, what the fuck is going on? And I'm looking like, yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, shit.
And so he said, you better get rid of this nigga before I get my gun. Okay, no problem. I'm gone.
Oh, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, you telling the story. Where the fuck did he come from? Was he already there or what?
no shit. If he came out the bedroom, she came out the bedroom first. She trying to make her man jealous and shit.
Oh, you gotta be careful of that.
No, shh. shiggity.
That's a real thing, especially, you know, being in the bar and all that. I done seen that shit so many nights. A nigga maybe not acting right, maybe not showing his girl attention. They just having a rough night. Shit come over, start talking to me or somebody else, and I'm like, you here with your boyfriend? What you over here for? He looking at me now. He wasn't looking at me all night.
Right.
I don't know him. I don't feel like it. He gonna try to jump, maybe, you know, make him mad. He want to try to, especially I'm a bouncer. A lot of people don't like that, you know, authority. Not saying a bouncer's nobody. I don't feel like I'm nobody, but some people still see a dude with a security across his chest in white. They think, oh yeah, this nigga think he's tough, and if I bet you if I do something, he ain't gonna come over and do shit to me. So I don't like authority neither. I don't like nobody telling me what to do. So I rarely try to tell someone else what to do and shit. But you know what I mean. So now you over here talking to me, being extra friendly, flirting and shit, or whatever you think you're doing. I don't want you and shit. Now you in my face for no reason. I'm trying to be nice just to hear you out, and you really whole time you trying to make your boyfriend jealous and shit. Now he looking at me, and I'm like, I don't even want you over here, and now you about to try to make somebody come over here and say something to me, or it don't gotta be involved with me. It could be somebody else, and I'm like, she playing you, dog. She gonna, you a human sacrifice for her to feel alive and shit.
Wait a minute. I had
or using you for certain reasons and shit. No, you gonna go.
Yeah.
I had a crew when I was working when I was young. So the black lady married to a Spanish guy. Spanish guy was nice. We used to hang out with him. We go to parties with him and all that. You know, as a couple too sometimes. So I had one brother that was like straight up OG, what you would call OG now. He's the original thug and shit. He was cool, but he was like, anyway. She wanted for some reason to put her man out. So she approached my thug buddy and said, look, you know, let me know what's going to take for you. And we all partners now. Take for you to take my man out the picture and shit. You know, not kill him, but, you know, whip his ass and tell him don't go back home and all that bullshit. And even as a thug, he had to turn it down, man. I give him credit, most props to him. I'm not going to name him, but most props to him because he said, we are partners. I would never do that shit.
Right.
He said, if we wasn't partners, oh, definitely. I'll put whoever you with out, no problem. Kick his ass, whatever. Shoot him 2-3 times if you want. I don't give a shit.
All that for the fucking nana shit.
You know what?
Kill that nigga for you, baby.
You think about it, what's the biggest motivation for men when they're young?
Yes, sir.
Make that money and enjoy that money.
No.
And part of enjoying that money is doing what the F you want to do. Okay?
When they break it down, they say, believe it or not, even you making money, that's all so you can attract the opposite sex or whatever sex you into.
Exactly.
They say everything you do is really motivated by a woman and shit like that. As a man,
I'm gonna tell you, man. When I was working, I had 2 lockers. I had a work locker and a get the fuck out of town locker.
What you mean? You working now? What you saying?
No, I'm saying back in the day, brother. Let's clarify that shit. Okay. I had 2 lockers. I had one that had regular work clothes, whatever, and I had one that was like, okay, it's Friday night, let's go. Saturday night, let's go. And I could just say where we want to go. And we're going to try to do it all.
Right. Try to do it all.
Yeah, bruh. So, try to do it all, bruh.
So that's funny. That's probably the equivalent to back in the day, girl be like, what you want to do? Like, I'm trying to do it all. I should know.
Exactly.
Now, girl, that's when you trying to be vague about what you trying to do. You know what you want to do. Girl, actually, what you want? So you be like, I'm trying to see.
Yeah, but I've always been a gentleman about that kind of stuff.
Right,
I don't rough no drawers. I ain't Mike Tyson. I don't rough no drawers.
The fuck you talking?
I'm talking about rough no fucking drawers, bitch.
Damn, daddy, chill. Where's my daddy chill button?
Huh?
I fucking lost my
If I can't talk him down, let him stay the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Lost my damn daddy chill button and shit. I gotta fucking put it back.
It's all right.
Daddy
It's all right. I
chill.
was young once. Is what I'm trying to say. I was young once. Okay. I'm not going.
I can tell you about one story, and this shit is true. It's truly funny, man. All right, so when I was younger and I was kind of out there living that life, it was this one time we hanging at my man house. He lived around the 4-way. So I'm just like, man, we need something to do. Let's go out. We'll see if we can get into something. So we go out. We go find maybe 3 females. Right?
So like I was saying and shit.
Don't be scared.
So we got Chloe in the studio and shit.
Chloe, say
What's
hello.
going on, Chloe?
Say hello,
Hey,
Chloe.
Chloe just walked in and shit. If y'all
All right.
know, that's Young Phil. That's Young Phil, fiance and shit.
Right now.
No, I was just telling the story and shit. So you know,
Go ahead and finish, Philly.
no, so you know nowadays girls. So nowadays your girls
I
actually.
was younger.
What about it?
Nah, Young Phil, Young Phil. Young Phil girl walking in the studio, perfect time. But no, I wanted to tell a story. So when girls ask you what you trying to do, you be like, it's whatever. I'm trying. You know what I mean, man.
Now, what does that mean? It's whatever.
I mean, whatever you.
Netflix and chill. Is that the new?
No, I mean that's if you going in there, but you might not even be going in the house. You say it's whatever, meaning like they're like, what you want to do? What we gonna do? Like,
No, it really
it's
depends on
whatever.
it. Really depends on the person. Back in the day, if I want to go to the straight up hotel or whatever, or come back to my place and stuff. I had a place on my own for a while. You know what I'm saying? So,
You know what's funny? When I had my own place, I wasn't even that type of dude. If I'm paying rent and all, they wasn't no going back to the hotel. Like, even though you gotta be like, oh, be careful who you let know where you live and shit.
you
But
know?
no, if I had a house and I was single, no, you just come back to the crib and shit. You know what I mean?
You know,
that
like
was
this. I don't take sand to the beach, bro.
That was-
Back in the day, I don't take sand to the beach. I'm just trying to tell you.
That was most of my dates before Netflix and chill. It was Redbox and chill. I was going to the Redbox. What you want to get? Maybe you stop and get some carry out food, bottle of wine, and that was my date. Especially back when I had my own place and living by yourself and all that. And you a bachelor.
John Paul, I have to give you some credit. I didn't see a whole lot of film in your camera, but the ones that I seen was very impressive.
Oh wow, man! I know what you talking about.
Yeah, okay.
But,
I'm just saying back in the day. We talking about back in the day now. We rolling the clock back, okay?
Man,
I'm not putting your personal business in. I said it was very impressive.
Fucking right in the pussy.
Okay, whatever. Whatever. I love you. Yeah, I think you got that from me.
A lot of my buttons on the podcast thing not working, so we switched into a new way of doing things, and a lot of stuff acting funny right now on my soundboard, so I got to get back to it. But eventually, what I'm hoping that maybe within the next week or two, we can have not only audio but visual. You know what I mean? That means we actually put some visual to the podcast so people can see what we. Oh, there you go. Late as fuck and shit. That's one of the buttons I just pressed on the soundboard, and it didn't play just now, but then it came in delayed and shit. So I gotta work with everything and shit and get everything back on track.
Okay, John Paul. You know what? The best thing about doing this podcast is that for me, it's an outlet to express my level of frustrations, and I hope I'm not overbearing with it. But my heart goes out to the people that's really suffering, like you said, the people that's not getting a paycheck, whatever. I'm still blessed with a paycheck.
You kind of are, but I'm the same way. I got a strong opinion and shit like that. That's why, believe it or not, it's hard for me to mesh with men. And I've had people around me, especially females. It's good to always keep a female in your corner. I'm not talking about
no
your
doubt, no
girlfriend,
doubt,
but
no
like
doubt.
a female friend in your corner, because they tell you like how it is. And I had a female friend tell me, "You too cocky and shit." And I don't know how or why I got like that.
You know what? I didn't never know that was going to be a bad trait for a man being too cocky. I mean, you could be cocky to the point of being ignorant.
It is when you boastful. I don't necessarily feel like I'm that way, but maybe I think it's honestly a ploy, because maybe I feel like deep down inside, because I don't feel cocky on the outside, but maybe deep down inside I'm insecure, so I throw out all this maybe potentially cocky shit to hide the insecurity and shit like that. But yeah, like, it's good to keep a female around you, because they'll tell you what's really what with you. But
if you got a real female, yes, I agree.
It's hard for me to mesh with men somehow, because I don't know why. And I had partners growing up and all that, but maybe, I started being on my own early and doing my own thing early and shit. It's like more of a competition sometimes when I'm around men and shit like that, and I don't like that. So most of my friends actually are females and shit.
Let me explain something to you. I used to go to the club when I was in the service, take my girl. Be Friday night, drinks is like way very inexpensive. You know what I mean? So you can get lit and go ahead and do what you want to do after that, wherever. Stationed in New York. And it'd be like a crowd of guys sitting at the bar, black guys. You know, they sitting at the bar. I'm like, I ain't paying them no more. So I said, look, boo, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. When I come back to my table, all the bar guys sitting at my table. And I'm like, okay, no problem. You know, whatever. Next thing I know, I hear, do you mind if I buy your lady a drink? I'm like, go ahead. Do you mind if I dance with your lady? Go ahead. So I'm waiting for, do you mind if I take your lady home? I'm like, if you take her home, that's your lady now, bro.
Is this a woman that you know like that, or y'all still in the beginning stage of getting to know each other?
That's my girl at that time. So why are you trying to push up on my girl? I'm like, look, for real, honest to God.
Is she going along with it?
She's not going along with it in the sense that, she's like saying no, whatever. But if you want to ask her,
so some guys be like that, and it happened because a lot of times people judge you when you with a certain woman, like especially, and I do it too, like especially if you see like maybe like a punk looking guy, or like a little funny looking guy, and he got a girl, and she may got like a nice body, big booty and stuff. You like, first thing you say as a man, maybe a young man, I don't know if you do this, that nigga not hitting that shit right. No, the whole time you get it, you gonna come in 20 seconds. And
the funniest thing I found out about women is that women says, and this is through the years. All the brothers that talk shit about what they got, how they can put it down, whatever, they say them niggas ain't shit. Mm-hmm. And my opinion is, well, the way they carried it, they was like, King Ding-a-ling and shit. But now, I don't know. Why would the fuck would they lie? What was the point of be lying about that?
It's not lying, but it's like a fight and shit. Like, I don't know how you feel about a fight, but right now I feel like in my mind, if I got into a fight, I'll fuck somebody up. And you never know what you really gonna do, especially if you ain't fought in a long time, what you really gonna do until you get into that fight. So it's probably been, for me, I really don't count because I do bouncer work and all that. But even still being a bouncer, at a certain point of me being a bouncer, I realized I'm not Superman. I'm not the same like how I used to be and shit. That especially when you got close calls where you a bouncer, or you in a fight and somebody potentially could whip your ass, but luckily it did not go that way, or you could have got fucked up. You realize now, you see where your level at and shit. So in your mind, you think when you see a woman with a big butt, especially on the phone, you be like, oh yeah, I tear that big booty up. Not when you get in that room with her, two things gonna happen. First and foremost, you may not even get hard because there's too much going on. So I don't know if you ever had that, where it's too much going on, too exciting, too good to be true. You can't even get erect because you psych yourself out mentally because you feel insecure.
No, you feel
inferior.
You entitled to that ass.
No. You feel inferior when you see it in person and shit.
No, not really.
Or you just not as good as you think you is. You may think I'm gonna tear that ass up whole time. No, you ain't.
Black man, I think everybody that get in a situation where you trying to describe always think they're gonna tear that ass up. I don't give a fuck if they drunk, on fucking heroin, whatever. I don't give a shit. They're always gonna think that.
I'm not even gonna lie.
What I'm trying to say is a lot of times they might be thinking they hitting that motherfucker home run, and the women be like, yeah,
damn right. Because a woman is a different being. A woman is a fucking different creature. When a woman can have a fucking baby and shit like that, they come back, they snatch back, and they go back. A woman go push out a baby. What you think your penis gonna do?
Let me tell you something about a woman. A woman is so deep. Men are too shallow to even fucking understand what the fuck is going on, because you know what? They got tons of shit going on at the same fucking time. Right. And it depends on what time you approach her and how you approach her and whatever. You can either get the blessing of the day or you can get the rain down from fucking heaven. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Every woman is different. We will never 100% know our women, like, oh yeah, she's going to do this, that, whatever. Only if we build that stuff up from the beginning. And it takes time. It's not easy. It's not easy to be in a relationship and you got people pulling at you and your partner and whatever, finances, whatever. Come on, man.
Yeah. You'd be surprised because most men...
No, I wouldn't.
Most men are only as faithful as their options, meaning... if you only as faithful as your opposite, meaning if it was another woman willing to give you some little something on the side, you would take it, especially if she pushing it on you. Women, the whole name of the game for women is turning down.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Everybody have their ups and downs in their relationship as far as their physical life. But one thing that I would not recommend for young women to do, if you got a good man and he's holding you down and whatever, try to grant him the little, pleasantries that a woman can give a man, okay? You understand what I'm saying?
What's that? No, I don't.
I mean, fucking love him. And I mean physically and emotionally.
Most women do. You saying that?
No, I'm not saying that they do, but I'm just saying their threshold is not, the first little thing or the second little thing, whatever. If your man's fucking up, you tell him, and if he don't straighten up, bye.
No, yeah, you're right. But most women feel like they don't got time for it. They been there, done that, and shit.
Love takes time. And love don't come overnight. And it's like anything else. If what you put into it is what you gonna get out of it. If you ain't putting shit in there, you just doing FaceTime and sex time, whatever. Then that's the kind of relationship you got.
You being naive, man.
No, I'm not being naive. I'm being real.
Most men, and I'm a part of it. We full of shit, man. We full of shit, and women are realizing that, and they jumping ship quicker and shit like that. You know what I mean? And the bad.
Why do you say y'all full of shit?
Why are men full of shit?
No, why do you say y'all full of shit? Because I'm a man. No, I'm not full of shit.
And you like how you in the golden years of your life. And shit,
Fuck you.
So many you been there, done that. But honestly, let's just be real. At 25, you think you would have been a suitable husband at 25?
No.
So, and that's for most.
I wasn't a suitable husband at 20 either.
We gotta grow up. I was married at 22 or some
John
shit.
Paul,
That shit only lasted not that long.
I think I explained it to you one time already, but I'm going to reiterate on this. To become a real man, you have to get your heart broken at least one time. And if you're fucking hard-headed, maybe even twice, to realize where you at with your relationship, and how's your partner responding to you. If they responded to you like, okay, this is rough times, okay, try to hang in there with them. This is rough times for everybody. Everybody got their stuff, their own cross to carry. But if you were a knucklehead, hasta la vista, mama mister. Wish you the best.
Well, most men out there are still knuckleheads, and right now, this is the decade, or this is the time, or the fad, or right now, this is all about the woman right now. This is like the new cycle of the hippie woman. Women are waking up. They're becoming more sexual.
About damn time.
They claiming the term slut and this and that. This is the time where the women feel sexually liberated and they want to do their thing. And I'm not naive enough to think that they got a phrase. And the bad part is, even though I'm not a feminist and I'm very much pro man, he-man, woman hater club,
yeah,
they got a phrase that's very true. And I'm not going to lie to you. They say the future is female. And that's very true. Women are taking over, and they
not just the future. It's the beginning of life. I asked a couple of doctors because I heard that most human life starts out as female, and they said no, it's about the embryo and all that. But I believe it to be true because if we don't have, look at the situation now. We have more females on I'm talking about Black African American. Then we have males. And then when we do have males, they get cut down in life, they get shot down, they get locked up, they get on drugs, whatever. What the hell? I seen a Don't Rush challenge with interracial couples. And most of the white guys, and I don't hate on you, is married to sisters and shit. That's up to you. You know what I mean? All that I'm saying is that, it's difficult for me to express how I feel because this generation that y'all in, my young sons and people that's a little bit older and people that's a little bit younger, they shouldn't have to go through this. This is bullshit. This is bullshit what we're going through because it wasn't prepared, and I'm not trying to go back there, but it's a shame. We're the country that leads, not fucking catches up. and it's just embarrassing.
Believe me, all this is happening for a reason.
No doubt.
And I'm not going to get ready to get into it because we're going to close this thing out. But all this is happening for a reason. Honestly, in my honest heart of hearts, this virus is not just a virus from nature. This is a man-made virus and shit. If you let some people tell it when they breaking down this virus, they saying it's cut with AIDS and it's cut with different things and shit like that. This is definitely a man-made virus. There's something going on deeper than what we understand and shit. And honestly, I think America and China, China and maybe whoever, I think they going through some things, and right now what they call casualties of war and shit like that. But I think this is maybe almost even a biological weapon and shit, because China got a lot of shit going on, and I would not be surprised, and mark my words with this, if we go to war with China. I would not be surprised if we go to war with China, and maybe the world go to war with China, because China got a lot of funky shit going on, and they lying about a lot of shit.
I'm gonna say this for real. If we go to war with China, it's gonna be a horrible situation.
Yeah, because you know why? It's if we go to war with China, and honestly, to keep it real, I would say we couldn't go to war with China because there's no space to go to war at. When we go to war with Iraq and all these different places, we got places where people are it's not populated. There's no place to go to war with China at.
What about if they jump off from Korea?
What you mean?
Okay.
They say
South Korea is divided by the 38th parallel, which they already have American troops on. I'm not hearing anything more about the supreme leader of North Korea being sick. They said he was sick, whatever. He had heart. Let me finish. It's some kind of heart problems. We don't know. I haven't heard anything more about that. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. North Korea is on the border of China, brother. And if I hate to say it, I don't want to see nobody pass, but if Kim Jong-un passes, who knows? They might bum rush all the way up to the fucking China border. So, who knows? I mean, it's like playing any kind of chess game, or it's strategic. It depends on how strategic the person want to be, or what they're going, or what kind of advantage they're going to take against a political, I would say, downfall. Now, I don't think that, that's where a president would think this through. I don't think nobody's thinking it through, because they have an opportunity. If that man fall, they can bum rush them bitches. They won't know what to fucking do.
Who's they, and what are you talking about?
The North Koreans, goddammit. If they fucking lose their supreme leader, they ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. They gonna have a fucking coup. If they get in there and bust their ass and say, look, y'all motherfuckers is free now, you okay? Y'all, you ain't gotta do this shit. Y'all come up with your own shit, we'll help you. Now, and then they be right on the border with China. I don't think China trying to push that shit right now. You know what? They got all this Coral Sea stuff going on. They got boats that's running up against, naval vessels, American naval vessels, just to test them and stuff. All these islands they built, so they could support their expansion, But people not talking about that because what? Come around, you know what I mean? We losing our standing as a country because we have a person that doesn't understand political, geographical fucking strategy and shit. And it's some fucking embarrassing, let's be honest with you.
Man, I think he understands it better than anybody because he understands what it truly is and shit. In this country, America is ran by big business. He's a big business guy and shit like that. Believe it or not, if it wasn't for this coronavirus, everything would be going smooth right now. Like, I understand what you don't like Donald Trump. I understand
it's not about Donald Trump.
Whatever you feel about Donald Trump.
Yo.
But before this coronavirus shit hit, everybody was cool. Everybody was making money.
Everybody wasn't cool.
Donald Trump did not give us a bumpy ride. And now, if you want to be so pressed on listening to what he's saying and hanging on to word by word what's going on and all that, then yeah, you had a rough time. But Donald Trump did not give us a bumpy ride.
I had a good life. I didn't have a rough time.
So
I had a good life.
He's not even technically the worst president. He may be the most unliked president, but he's not the worst. I think when it comes down the line, maybe 20 years from now, when you look in the history book, Donald Trump was not the worst fucking president.
Let,
and shit like
let
that.
historians
When it comes to America.
Let historians be the true judge.
And I'm gonna leave on this. If we do not get a better Democratic fucking nominee, Donald Trump will 100% be president next year.
And I will say this. If you don't get a person that understands that there's things out there that the intelligence community tells you, all your people tell you, governmental people tell you something is coming, and if you don't react and try to at least put some kind of skids on that, then we're in the freaking hole. That's all I can tell you.
Well, look, I
love you, John Paul.
I love you too, Dad. And you know what? We need to probably start a separate podcast just for me and you to talk fucking politics and different things. And
I'm glad to discuss things with you. You know what?
You know what? It's kind of funny that you was like getting mad about that.
No, I wasn't getting mad. It's just that. Oh man, I'm tired of people suffering, man. I don't know how to explain it to you. I'm tired of this.
Well, look, you know what? Not now, because I got to pee and I'm ready to get up out of here.
Pee, brother.
But not now, but I want to start a different podcast. Maybe where me and you talk maybe just 20 minutes about the UFO shit we talk about the different, like, you know, politics shit. But one thing also was kind of crazy about Donald Trump talking about this UV light shit, because that shit is very real. Maybe you look into it, but the UV light is real.
Just saying
they kill bacteria, but I'm not talking about for human use, right? But that make me wonder, maybe that's why they got dimensional beings and shit. Not dimensional, but different level density beings. Because imagine if you made it all light, right? Let's say on this earth right now, UV light kill fucking bacteria. Imagine you a different level density being and shit, and you made a light. That means you don't get no sickness and shit like that. So maybe if you were like a 5th or 6th or 10th
level
density being, density being, that mean maybe you didn't beat all fucking elements and shit because you made a light, you can't get sick and all that, and that means you are at your most energy efficient form.
And what would that suggest to you as that person? How would you describe that person?
It wouldn't be a person, it's a being, but but that's what they talk about too. And it make me wonder, this is not even for this podcast, but I'm gonna leave you with this, maybe I intrigue somebody. Make me wonder about, because you know I always got all these theories about God and shit like that. Maybe the Holy Ghost, when they got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, maybe the Holy Ghost was a different level density being and shit. That's why it's technically the Holy Ghost.
You know what, John Paul? I believe that'd be some good conversation next time.
Yeah. Damn right. So maybe we got to get into that, because you know what? Honestly, we got this Generational Views podcast, but it always go to politics and UFOs, and that's what me and you are most fluent at talking about. Maybe we need to start that, because we definitely lost young Phil. He acted up and he got snatched up. So we lost young Phil, and we get ready to sign out.
Sorry, Phil.
Anything else you want to end on, Dad?
I want to tell everybody out there, you know, I don't know how to explain this to you, but I'll say it again. We're all Americans. We're all in this together. I don't care if you're black, white, you know, Republican, Democrat. We all in this together. We're all suffering. We're all under quarantine. We need to come together as a country and start to move forward, because we have greatness in us. We have greatness in us. And it's just being wasted on just like, I don't know why. And I hope our best years are not behind us. And I'm looking forward especially from the point of my sons doing greatness, and I wish everybody, all my family, to be safe. And I'm sorry for anybody that lost the people, but hopefully there's awakening in this country. I hope that's the great sacrifice that many people are going to make and have made.
Wow. That was beautiful, Dad. It's like you saying, "Make America Great Again." All right, I'm 695 John, and I'm here with my dad, JP. Young Phil got snatched up.
Sorry.
We're gonna end this thing. Take care, y'all.